so now we got, oh, hey, what does she talk about? Credit cards. Okay, good. How about what she says about recessions? Okay, now we're getting custom content. Now watch this. This is how we're going to be able to do this in a really cool way, because what they're doing is they're getting that content other places as well. It's not just here. They are putting that on social media. They're putting it on Facebook groups. They're putting it on videos. And they're literally going through and doing an article based on this stuff. And it's very simple. Okay? And when we understand that, we're like, oh, okay, cool. She believes a recession is imminent. She's talking about 2023. Okay, great. So now we could go through in ChatGPT and we could say something like, let's write an article together. First, read these. Okay? And we'll just give it these. And the reason we're going to do this is ChatGPT is a little bit better at creating full content, but ChatGPT is not on the web in real time. So it's not going to tell me that she thinks a recession is imminent in 2023. But it will tell me what she thinks about stuff. Okay, now it's going to summarize it. And be like, okay, here we go. Excellent. And this is the kind of thing, what we want to do is we want to make content that we'd feel good to share anywhere. Right? Like I want to make content that I'm proud of, that people actually want to read. And using AI, we can do this. It's actually very simple. As I showed you earlier, this entire report about AI and blogging was created with AI, and it was not created by me. It was created by someone on my team. Very simple. And so now we could see navigating financial uncertainty, Susie Orman's advice on credit cards and preparing for a recession. Okay, great. Now talk about what usually happens to the middle class during a recession. Okay? And what we want to do is we want to think differently. Okay, so see how we're getting output that's not necessarily related to what she said? Okay? Now we could say, well, we'll wait for it to finish. Now add some of what Suze Orman says to this list. Okay? And it'll go through and start adding it in a cool way. Now what we want to do is we want to think in a different way, and we want to think of how we're going to make money with it, right? See, this literally goes down the list and it adapts it to it. Obviously fact check, obviously plagiarism check, but now what we're doing is getting good content based on something that gets traffic. How many of you guys are like, okay, I'm understanding it. I'm getting a little clearer on how this works, because now this is someone who's popular. So I could go through and say, hey, here's what she says. And obviously give credit where credit is due. Link to things to share where you get the content. And then, you promote your own stuff. And you can see exactly how this is working. I think, yeah, see, this is by a writer talking about why she thinks this is basically the same thing. How many of you guys are like, oh, wait a minute. So that's making money, because The Motley Fool is a huge business. So all I would need to do is figure out how I'm going to do this in my way. Right? Same kind of thing. So now when we use this, when it's not necessarily people, but it's more about plugins and things like that, I can go through, I could get my list I had in ChatGPT with the, where'd it go? Right here. There we go, the table. And I could start building content based on this. So Shopify versus GoDaddy. Okay? So I could do something like make a table of the best uses for Shopify versus GoDaddy like this. Okay? Also include prices and ease of use. Okay? Very cool. So we could go through and it'll compare these for us. And it looks like it actually brings us up to 2023 now, which is cool. So now we have pricing, We have the ease of use, and it's got Shopify GoDaddy. Pretty cool. Okay, so now please list some reasons people would use either platform. Now notice how what I'm doing is I'm like, hey, I want this to think. I want it to like get something different. Voodoo says, does this mean you've changed your opinion about content at scale? No, content at scale definitely has a place in making this stuff work, and I think that their content is a great starting point. Just depends on what you're doing, okay? It completely depends on how you want it. Because that's, what I find is that with automated content creators, you're gonna get a more linear result, like what are the best places to jog? It's gonna talk about jogging and show you some places. Where you're using human edited AI, it's gonna be totally different. And